Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to put a blade on a string trimmer. Let's get into it. Since you already have the trimmer, you need to purchase a blade kit that's compatible with the make and model of your particular trimmer. The one that I'm showing is for a steel. The kit that I purchased is a brand name steel, but I've seen multiple other brands online and they all look to be pretty good quality. Just check out ratings and reviews when purchasing these things. The kit should come with a guard, a washer, lock nut, cover plate, a pin. This is something that I added because I lost the one that actually came with the kit that I purchased. A blade, and I'm not sure if the kit will come with this. This is called a scrunch. It's a screwdriver wrench. In this case, it's a Torx bit, but I'm 100% sure that it came with the trimmer. Don't throw those away because you can use those to change spark plugs, do your maintenance, and pretty much disassemble the entire trimmer. The purpose of the pin that comes with the kit is to lock the head to prevent it from spinning. There should be a hole somewhere on your trimmer head. In my case, it's right here. You can see that the head is spinning, but it gets to a certain point where there's an indentation that the pin will fall into, and it will prevent the head from spinning. Now, if you've lost your pin, you can use a bolt, a screw, a nail, Allen wrench. This is called a lynch pin. It's used on tractors and things like that. You can use just about anything that'll fit in this hole just to make sure that it locks the head. So you can see I've turned the trimmer around so you can see the work that's being done. The first step is to remove this head. You're going to need this pin that we talked about a while ago. Put it in the hole on the bottom, rotate it until it locks. Now usually right is tight and left is loose, but in the case of these trimmer heads, left is tight and right is loose. So to remove this head, you want to turn it right to loosen it, or clockwise. It's loose, it'll start spinning, and you don't want it to fall on the floor, so start being careful once you feel it get to the end. Our head is removed. Let's go to the next step. Just a little tip before we move on to the next step. This is called a thrust plate guard, and I'll link it in the description so you can check it out. I always recommend having one of these as a spare part sitting on the shelf or with you wherever you are, because these do wear and break over time. They'll develop small cracks. They'll break, and usually it's at the worst moment possible when you're on a job or somewhere really far away, and having one of these spare can save you a lot of time. So now you've got the head off, you need to put the cover on. My cover's probably going to be different than yours because I had to modify it. See those two big holes right there? That's because this trimmer is close to 10 years old and it's seen a lot of use by quite a few different people. But in your case, you should have 4 of these screws right here. You begin by sliding it, lining these holes up, and you just tighten it. Like I said, I'm going to have 2 separate bolts right here, so don't freak out if yours looks different. I'm going to fast forward through this part because this is kind of self-explanatory, just tightening this stuff down. Since you got the cover on, you can now add the blade, and there's a piece machined right there that this blade sits on. See, it locks just in place like that. Then you get your washer. See how it's sitting? You lay that on there. Make sure that it lines up with the splines. Get your cup. It kind of just free floats around in there. The nut kind of puts it in place and locks it where it needs to go. Remember, left is tight and right is loose in this case. This is a lock nut, so spin it as far as you can by hand until it starts getting tension. And then you get your scrunch, wrench, whatever you've got to tighten that nut down with, and your locking pin. Get your locking pin in. Start turning this thing left to tighten it. Your pin will lock in place. And then tighten this thing down until it gets snug. That's all there is to it. You just want to make sure when you're tightening this that the blade stays in the machine spot that I showed you. If you don't have it in the correct spot when you start this thing up and the RPM picks up, it's going to be out of balance really bad and shaking, which you do not want. I always recommend once you've checked over everything and got everything tight and got everything in place, crank it up and be very careful. Start it, slowly throttle it up and get the RPMs going to make sure everything's smooth and balanced before you go to use it. Just one more tip that I want to mention before I end this video. There are a ton of different types of blades. There are charts online and like little images that show you the different blade and the different purpose of it. So just make sure you buy the correct blade before you just buy something like this and try to cut down a tree with it, because this is not going to work. You should be cutting down a tree with a brush cutter anyway, but I've seen lots of people doing it. Another thing I want to mention, this is a heavy duty blade, and if you accidentally hit a tree or something with this blade, it's going to stop your trimmer dead in its tracks. So if you're going full speed and then come to a dead stop, that's probably going to damage something. Some trimmers have hollow shafts, some trimmers have solid shafts. So if you're afraid of something like that happening, you can also get away with something like this. This is more for like heavy brush and grass, but if you do hit something with it, the blade just goes up in there instead of being solid and completely stopping your trimmer, potentially damaging something. So that's just something to keep a lookout for, to give you some ideas of what you can look for if you're into something like this. Hope you guys got something from this video. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.